From a new set of teeth to a Rolls Royce, from a condo to a castle. NFL players like to spend their money with style, and one even spent $40 million. Today, we are going to look into some of the craziest expensive things NFL players own. Hello and welcome back to Quarterback. As you all are here, let's start the game. And let's reach new heights like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's chains have reached entirely new heights. In a single interview, he was observed with jewels that no other NFL player possessed, which is why Lamar even has a Sniper Gang chain as Kodak Black, his favorite artist. However, Lamar's most pricey chain was justified by his most memorable event. He made the renowned move on his career as a college student. Lamar wanted to wear it because this stance gained so much popularity. So he purchased an ice chain depicting the position for 100 grand. Don't you think that's crazy? Well, wait till you hear about Justin Jefferson. With his first check, he began to purchase jewelry, but his most valued item was a personalized diamond necklace that bears his moniker, The Jet. In addition to costing him $125,000, he wears it on the field because he loves it so much. Some items can be incredibly expensive, but this next item is way too overpriced. A jeweler stopped by Aaron Donald's house and revealed all crazy items that he brought for him. Aaron had many options, but one thing left him speechless: a gold chain encrusted with BBS diamonds. Coupled with his jersey number and initials on the pendant, no surprise that Aaron constantly wears this $250,000 masterpiece. Now let's talk about some of the cool rides that they just got. Juju Smith is overly serious about video gaming. He was paid $170,000 to customize his automobile in GTA. His first car was BMW i8, but we're all familiar with Juju. A hardcore player like him couldn't be seen down the street in default clothing. Consequently, he fully redecorated his whip. This item was stable, but for Juju, it wasn't enough, and shortly after that, the man must have arrived at Los Santos Customs. He changed the car once more, only to upload it to Instagram. This time a candy-colored paint job, $20,000 on the wraps and $150,000 on the paint job. That is far from the vehicles that Odell Beckham has. He is reputed to own everything, including Ferraris, Bentleys, and Rolls Royces, but he prefers one brand. He has three of them for a reason, after all. A custom-built Ray, a Cullinan, and a Rolls-Royce Dawn. He customized everything because he switched to the Browns. He has his Ray altered to match the colors of his new squad. Odell made his renowned one-handed catch while trading the hood ornament with them to ensure that everyone knew it was his car. Now this is how you spend $355,000. Yet another brand exists for him. Odell has grown to love Lamborghini more, and he might just have followed in Juju's advice recently because Odell transformed a Lamborghini Urus into a one-of-a-kind. If the exterior had blue rims, neon lights, and white paint, you would believe that was the weird part, but the interior is insane. The interior is blue, unique lighting, his logos, and a sound system, and he installed a Starlight headliner in the roof because Odell loves the night sky so much. But as you can see, Odell vehicles only cost a few $100,000, whereas Tom Brady, an NFL GOAT, can afford a car that costs millions. Brady entered the world of auto modification by transforming a silver Aston Martin into a work of neon art. However, he also drives the priciest vehicle of any NFL player, a Bugatti Veyron Supersport in full black. There are currently just 450 of these cars on Earth. The fact that it can travel at 268 miles per hour makes it the winner. However, it is almost insignificant in the light of Michael Strahan. But before we get to that, as you've reached this far in the game, make sure to land that touchdown on the subscribe button and kick the notification bell right into the goalpost. Back to the topic at hand. No other NFL legend has a garage as Michael Strahan does. In addition to having expensive cars, he has one of the rarest vehicles ever produced. Only 250 were ever constructed. Let me explain what this unique car is to you. Streaks of silvery liquid V6 power, 600 horsepower, and this is genuinely incredible. You don't notice how low this car is because it is very low. You'll notice it when you see it next to another object. It's a Ford GT. You should be aware of this and refrain from attempting to outdo it. It becomes understandable after the price reaches $500,000. Those are some of the things you can wear or ride, but what about a picture costing you $400,000? Something like that happened with Tom Brady. After learning about cryptocurrency and NFT boom, he became obsessed and purchased a Bored Ape. Brady spent $430,000 on what appeared to be a photograph of a monkey. Because of the price of cryptocurrency fell entirely shortly after he purchased it, Brady's NFT price dropped more rapidly than his football's, and in a few weeks, his apes dropped from $430,000 to barely $235,000. That's almost a $200,000 loss. Well, it is understandable how Tom lost so much, if only he'd done some research. Leave a comment below and let us know if you think this is the most money an NFL player even lost. But I'll always need help understanding why an NFL legend spent millions on new body parts. Odell Beckham recently thought that this month wasn't as strong as it once was, so when he arrived at his doctor's office, they examined him, but they knew that urgent treatment was required for Odell. Odell wasn't emerging from this as the same time the doctors started their treatment because of the tubes in his mouth. Ultimately, his chains and teeth matched. Odell wanted his mouth wholly rebuilt since he thought it was attractive. Diamond crosses at the front and complete diamond teeth at the back. He also purchased a matching diamond grill for the top and bottom, totaling the procedure of Odell's new teeth costing him over $1.8 million. That's a lot of money. My retirement fund would be this much. Next up is a helicopter. Well, these people are turning dreams into reality. As I'm on the subject, have you ever wondered how cool it would be to have a helicopter from COD? Well, Jimmy Graham is living your dream. The purchase of Jimmy Graham was straight out of a Call of Duty game. During the Vietnam War, this helicopter saw action. It contains machine guns with ammunition. It's strong enough to withstand rocket launchers and can fly at 138 miles per hour. Therefore, it was definitely worth the $2 million price tag. But this is nothing compared to the places where these legends live. Let's discuss Najee Harris, because he transitioned from being homeless to owning a multi-million-dollar dream home. Najee Harris moved around a lot as a child and occasionally had nowhere to stay, which only motivated him to accomplish his two objectives. One was to join the NFL and the other was to find a place to call home. And the Pittsburgh Steelers selected Najee Harris in the 2021 draft. Because of what Najee Harris did, Pittsburgh became his new home. We still wanted to formalize things, so it took some time to look for an apartment. Once Najee saw it, he immediately fell in love. With its 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, cutting-edge equipment, and floor-to-ceiling windows, this 6,000 square foot condo offers a magnificent perspective over the city. And it costs over $5 million. Sounds like a reasonable price for something like this. Now let's multiply the cost of this house by 6, and then we will reach Clay Matthews. Even though Clay Matthews may not be important, he still manages to own one of the NFL's most expensive homes. Take note of everything about this house. It's absurd, yet this place didn't cost as much because of the game area, fish tank, or movie theater. Just look outside. You won't find views like this anywhere. Clay's castle is not only pricey residence in inclusive gated enclave from the Calabasas, but it also cost him $30 million. However, $30 million is nothing compared to what Drew Brees spent his money on, because what he purchased is worth more than that. Although Brees was unique in the fact that he never believed the chains, automobiles, or homes were the right things to purchase, he was aware that many players spent money on these things. Instead, he established the Brees Dream Foundation and promised to make a difference after just 2 years into his NFL career. The Brees began. He thought that Louisiana had been devastated by Hurricane Katrina, so he gave $250,000 and assisted in raising more than $2 million to help New Orleans schools, parks, and playgrounds to be rebuilt. When the global pandemic began to affect everyone, Brees had to take charge. He realized that more than one donation would be required this time. First, he contributed $5 million to the construction of medical facilities. Brees gave an additional $5 million to a nearby food bank that serves over 10,000 meals to families each day because he also felt horrible for the people who had lost their employment. He doesn't want his football career to be his only legacy, since he already has spent over $40 million. Truly a legend. These were all the crazy things NFL's players like to spend their money on. If you liked the video, then please make sure to like and subscribe for daily NFL content, and check out other videos on our channel if you want to know more. Thank you for joining, and we will see you in the next video.